gratitude, it's all the 8 foundational principles of wellness.
When we are grateful, we are rewiring our brain. We are engaging the executive brain, which is the prefrontal cortex, and
Hmm.
prefrontal cortex allows us to be in this state of gratefulness.
Anyone that's listening to me, you're all having different experiences within your own body, right? But when we start loving it, we start appreciating it. I promise you, when I realized if I could just love on myself and love on this body and give gratitude when I eat my food, that this will make me stronger. Mindful to gratitude in what you do physically and what you eat, it will change everything.
Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show.
And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And we are here with a new Arora and Tracy Cromwell, hosts from the 4-host team of Vivatude. And again, if you're just checking us out, please also look in the show notes below, and you're going to find a link to our new channel, Vivatude. We would love to have you subscribe. We upload content once per week, and each one of our hosts have a week, so you'll get an opportunity to get to know all 4 of them, and they're amazing individuals. And we've been talking about the 5 rules of caregiving, and we're doing the last rule, and I say it's my favorite because it's the one thing I think that I forgot to do my first 5 years until the 6th year of my mother's life when I was caring for her. All I did was just be resentful because my family was off having fun. I had so much of, strife with her. I lost my job. I lost my house. I was put in a really bad situation. I was angry. I was resentful. I was scared. All of these things. And it wasn't until the last year, really, when I realized that all of the things that my family had to miss out on and that I got to be there for the end of her life. And I took it all of a sudden when I realized, caregiving can be one of the hardest things you can ever do, but it can also be your greatest privilege. And that privilege is something that I step into now, and I call it gratitude, because every day I get to celebrate my mom by the work I do. I get to have the knowledge and I have gained as an individual. I have gained more compassion. I have learned to be more patient. I'm not a patient person by nature, but I think one of the things it's been an amazing experience for me to go through what I did. And gratitude, it's all the 8 foundational principles of wellness. But I think one of the things that I would love to talk to you, Tracy and Anu, is how do you view gratitude in your various areas? Anu, I'm going to start with you.
Mhm. Gratitude. I'm grateful for being here, Suzanne. It just feels great
I'm
to
very
be
grateful to have you too.
doing this show. And it's as simple as that. When we are grateful, we are rewiring our brain. We are engaging the executive brain, which is the prefrontal cortex. And
Hmm.
prefrontal cortex allows us to be in this state of great, of course, gratefulness, but also in state of creativity. It enables the executive brain function.
Hmm.
When we are resentful, when we are angry, when we are pissed off, when world
Yeah.
doesn't look right for us, this place is not engaged.
No.
We are mostly in our reptilian brain or the mammalian brain, which is
Mhm.
like constantly, you know, looking for their tribe, afraid of, again, loneliness, depression, all the other things arise because we feel like there's doom, the sky is
Yeah.
falling.
Yeah.
So gratefulness has a personal win also, but gratefulness has a collective win. We
Yeah.
make the world a better place. I do this exercise with the teams when I work with, and you won't believe how much of a hard time executives have to say sorry. we do this exercise and say, why don't you express, you're sorry about something, and then you say you're grateful about, and then find something to be grateful about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And initially, it's so difficult to
Yeah.
say that because we are wired to be these super achievers.
Yeah. Amen
It's
to
me.
that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's me. I can do this alone. I don't need anybody else. I I am here. I will solve all of this problem on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the law of nature. You can't move
Mm-hmm.
an inch without another person.
Right. Right.
And
Tracy, how do you speak about gratitude?
Well, I'm going to speak to the physical impact it has on you, in the
Mm-hmm.
aspect of what your body is capable of doing.
Right.
I have a strong belief your body is always doing its best for you with what it knows, what we're telling it. And I strong believer that every cell in your body hears you, and your capacity for the way you speak to your body will impact your performance. And let's just talk physically. I love talking to people who, when I start with them and I'm like, okay, let's do a bench press, and they grab like the lightest weight and they're terrified. They're so scared. And I just let them go through that because they have this thought that they can't, and they're upset that
Mm-hmm.
they might be overweight, and they're not worthy. They're not these things. And I said, okay, you could do so much more than this. And so I have this talk with them. Your cells hear you. Gratitude, love on them, tell them they're strong. They
Yeah.
have a
Lift them up.
capacity to do
Yeah.
so many things. And so, say someone who started like little 5 pounders, I'm handing them 15,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, wow. And so we go through that exercise of gratitude, loving this vessel we are in,
Yeah.
and then even just me speaking about it, I just feel so much more energy.
Mm-hmm.
We have great opportunity to experience life in this body, and it is a miracle body. And so, no matter what, anyone that's listening to me, you're all having different experiences within your own body, right? But when we start loving it, we start appreciating it. I promise you, I don't know what my problem was younger. I exercised out of anger, frustration, or not being perfect. And one day I just got exhausted and I stopped because I just couldn't
Nobody's
move anymore.
perfect,
And
but
so
we
when I
oftentimes
realized,
try to be.
yeah, so when I realized if I could just love on myself and love on this body and give gratitude when I eat my food, that this will make me stronger.
Yeah.
It's going to help me do what I need to do throughout and it's just this amazing aspect of um, mindful to gratitude in what you do physically and what you eat. It will change everything for you
Yeah.
and how you
Yeah.
show up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting when you're talking about these two, both of you, and I'm reminded when my mom and I, my listeners know, she and I were not close my entire adult life until all of a sudden, bingo, there she was with me. And I had moved her from my hometown down to be with me in Seattle. She was totally now dependent on me. She didn't want to be with me. It was really bad in the beginning. But what happened is that thanks to Chateau, they referred us to a therapist that works with seniors. And
Mm,
talking about the thing was is that she was angry, not because she was angry with me or she didn't want to be with me, but the real root was that she didn't want to disturb my life. And she was
mhm,
feeling and she didn't know how to express it again, right? But she was imposing on my life, and so she was angry about that because she wanted to be more protective over that boundary because I had been so tough with her. On
mhm.
the other hand, I was going, Mom, are you kidding me? It's like I didn't have you in my life at all. You and I never had each other in our life. And now, guess what? I get the best part of you. because I get the part where you and I are going to be authentic and real with each other. And it was like all of a sudden this light bulb came out where the fact of, you know what? And that was that turning point of realizing that, this is a gift. This whole experience of being a caregiver is a gift for me in my life. And what an amazing opportunity for me to grow as a human being. And I think the thing is if we recognize those little miracles, and they truly are miracles in our lives, which you guys both are talking about, it's cerebral, it's a change, and it's happening up here where we can really start to see that no matter how we look at it, we have a choice, right? And being in choice of, yeah, mom has dementia, right? And I have to be, with her. Well, if mom has dementia and I have to be with her, I also get the opportunity to be real with her. I get the opportunity to share moments that people would never in a million years have an opportunity to do, and I get to carry those memories the rest of my life. And those are the things that when now I'm about 15 years past it. But I look back at those years that I took care of her with so much gratitude. It was a huge turning point for me in my life. And I think for all of us, your thoughts on gratitude and being grateful. Anu, and I just want to go back a little bit when you talk about your friend that you went to go see, is allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to allow yourself to be lifted up. I think that's really important, is it not?
It's beautiful. And I am grateful to her that
Mhm.
she was there in my life. And we need that trust circle. We need to have a
Yeah.
few connections where we can go and talk about
Hmm.
things which are sometimes we got to let them out. We have to be vulnerable enough with
Yeah.
at least some people. But
Hmm.
in gratefulness, there's another thing which I wanted to add, Suzanne, that our narratives are sometimes hard to rewrite.
Yeah.
We tell ourselves story, and as much as the logic says we must be grateful to this person, it's just simply difficult because that narrative has gone on, and those loops are
Yep.
there and they are embedded, and those are that's
Mhm.
that's how our neurons have been wired.
It's like the record, the old time record albums. It's in the groove.
Yep. And then it
In the
skips.
groove, and sometimes they'll get stuck. You remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
And get stuck. Ah! It's that is
very
exactly
true.
how
We
the
just
loops go.
we just
And
dated ourselves on that one.
yeah, here's what we can do is that just they say that brain doesn't understand the difference between the real and imaginary. It doesn't know whether you're faking this gratefulness or you are really meaning it. And the invitation is that every day write a grateful journal, find
I
a
love that.
person or thing you are grateful for. Start writing day in and day out and
I
keep
love that.
writing every single day
Hmm.
till it becomes, till your neurons are now wired in a
Hmm.
different way and gratefulness starts to come on its own. Because it's not a switch you can turn on.
Right. And you know what? I would love, I just got this wild idea right now.
Yeah.
Maybe the Vivatude team should take the lead in this and invite our social media followers to join us each day in something they're grateful for.
Mm-hmm. A
Love it.
gratitude group. Yep. Uh-huh.
Love it.
Because especially in these times where we
Yep.
are challenged by a political climate, by division in our country, by so much negativity in the world. I would love an opportunity for us to be able to be that uplifting, influence.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Margaret Mead said um, something about never doubt that a few committed citizens can change the world, for in fact, that's the
Yeah.
only people that ever have.
Yeah, be the change you want to see in the world.
In the
Yeah.
world. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Ladies, it has been such an honor to have you on the show. And for just I am so grateful to have you on the team. And Tracy, I love you to pieces and have for 20 years.
Ditto.
and just know that we are here to uplift women and men too. Don't think that
Yep.
we're excluding you at all. We want to be there as a positive, uplifting voice for you. And so find us in our sister channel at Vivatude. And thanks for listening. 4 hosts, 1 each week. We help you revivitude your next chapter because purpose, passion, and prosperity isn't out there. They're already within you. Brighter, bolder, truer. Vivatude.